White man says that black people are not angry enough. Now, when I heard it, I was like, what? But I'm gonna go ahead and let him cook. Let's go ahead and give him a chance, see what he got to say.
White friends and family, I need you to lean in. Black people are not angry enough because we won't let them be. We have added so much criminalization and stigmatism to the expression of black anger. We are not letting them express how bad things actually are. When they express an appropriate response, we get uncomfortable, and white discomfort is unsafe. We hold so much systemic power that if anyone makes us uncomfortable, it is an unsafe environment for them. We have too much to answer for. I have too much to answer for. I knew police brutality was bad. I knew that. But I didn't make a post about it until Alex Preddy was murdered. I made a video about Trey Reed, but I believed it was like an isolated incident. I was shocked when I heard the news. That is the white privilege I've been able to live with, to think that this was an isolated incident. I didn't know that lynchings had never stopped. There wasn't even an anti-lynching bill until the 2020s. There was no legislation about lynching until the 2020s. And I had the privilege to believe it wasn't happening anymore. So when I heard it happened to a young black man who had nothing to do with the rage being directed at him, he was the definition of an innocent bystander receiving the victimization of mob violence, just like every other lynching in our history. And my sensibilities about the way this country is were disturbed. Keith Porter Jr. was just as murdered as Alex Preddy and Renee Good. It took protesting for white people to receive the police brutality that the black community has been facing since there was a black community. Renee Good and Alex Preddy were only murdered because they are better white people than us. We need to sit with that and then stand up. Why do only black artists and Hayley Williams make music about police brutality? It's not just a staple of the hip-hop genre. It's not a thematic element. It is the ongoing continuation of the single greatest crime ever perpetrated against humanity. 2/3 of the world's nations just agreed that the Atlantic slave trade was the greatest crime against humanity, and our country disagreed with them. Why do you think that might be in the country where we were barely even taught the traumas and tragedies and crimes of slavery? Why would our country take that stance? I'm not proud to be an American. I'm deeply, deeply ashamed.